Literal equations, examples 1 through 3. For literal equations, we're going to be solving to get a variable in a formula by itself, or isolated. For example 1, we're solving the equation or the formula A equals B times H. To solve this formula for the variable H, we're going to divide on both sides by B. This will divide out the b's on the right hand side, leaving H equals A over B. Normally we write the isolated variable by itself on the right hand side, so I'm just going to rewrite this as H equals capital A over B. For example 2, we're solving the equation for L. We have T equals 2 pi times the square root of L over G. The first thing we're going to do here is get rid of everything that's outside of our radical. So this 2 pi is being multiplied by the square root. So we're going to divide our right hand side by 2 pi. That will give me T over 2 pi equals square root L over G. Now we still need to get L isolated. To do that, now we need to get rid of our square root symbol. To do that, we would square both sides to get rid of a square root. Squaring. Get rid of that. That will give us T over 2 pi quantity squared equals L over G. Our last step is to move the G to the other side. Since we have it being divided right now, to get rid of dividing by G, we would multiply by G on both sides. So that would multiply out. Leaves us with L equals G times the quantity T over 2 pi, that quantity squared. You cannot distribute the G inside of that parentheses because that parentheses has that square. And so before we could do anything according to our order of operations, we would have to apply that exponent to everything in the parentheses. You don't need to do that. You can leave it as it is. So this will be our final answer. Example 3, we're solving the formula for the area of a circle. A equals pi r squared for r. First thing we're going to do, divide both sides by pi. That will undo that multiplication. Leaves with r squared equals capital A over pi. Now, similar to the example before, to get rid of a square root, we squared. So if we have a square, then to get rid of something being squared, we would take the square root. Okay, so if I take the square root of r squared, that leaves me with r equals, and then I would leave the other items inside r square root, a over pi. So r would equal the square root of a over pi.